asked me to prepare some remarks for the fall giving campaign, he suggested I pull from some of my experiences at church. But a couple years ago, I had an experience that really changed the way I think about charitable giving and stewardship to the church, and it surprisingly wasn't at church. I had the opportunity to attend a 10-day silent meditation course. It included room and board as well as the meditation lessons and practice, and the entire thing was free. I was, in fact, not allowed to make a donation to the meditation center ahead of time, as they only take donations from previous students, meaning someone who had already completed the initial 10-day course. And at the time I thought this was a fun way to do it, almost like a free trial or a money-back guarantee. Like we only ask for your money once we've proven our worth. So I did the course, which was difficult and profound. And they ask while you're there that you refrain from your normal religious habits as a way to devote yourself to understanding this new practice without trying to put a spiritual idea onto it. But it's meant to be a practice that then you can incorporate into any religious or spiritual tradition you already have. So we weren't really talking about God or spirituality at all during the course. But at the end, the teacher revealed to us that while we may have not been thinking of it that way, we had been living a monastic life, existing in silent community, meditating 11 hours a day, eating the simple vegetarian meals prepared by others, and most importantly, living entirely off the charity of others. And until that moment, I hadn't thought about what it meant that my room and board was solely the result of those that came before me choosing to give. And when the course was over and we were finally allowed to donate, they would not give us any specific numbers, such as how much it costs to run each course or what per student expenses are, because they don't want you to simply pay for your stay at the end as though it's a hotel. You need to be giving back an amount that you feel called to give. You want to give so that others can have the experience you just had. You cannot pay back the people who provided for you. You can only pay forward. This is very much how I feel as a parishioner here at St. Peter's, living off the generosity of others. By the time I arrived, countless people had already given of themselves to carefully and wisely set up a place that would be available for me to worship when I was finally ready for it. So many of people, nearly all of them strangers, some working through a great deal of pain and injustice that I will never see. They watched the church doors close in the 40s when nearly everyone was sent to camp, and they reopened them. We watched our church doors close, and we reopened them. I cannot pay back the people who came before me for the kindness they've done for me, but I can pay it forward. And obviously every church has immediate things that they need to pay for, but I don't like to think of my tithe to the church as just paying the bills, just paying my fair share for being here every week. Rather, that we pay the bills today specifically so that the church will still be here tomorrow and the next day, and most importantly, 100 years from now, when another future person, like me, finally comes walking through the doors, looking for a church that they don't even realize they will soon call home. Thank you.